Awaken Light Audio. Awaken your mind, ignite your light.
10 small habits that will change your life instantly. Start today. What if the smallest decisions you make today could completely reshape your life? What if everything you've been waiting for, clarity, confidence, momentum, was already available, hidden in the habits you keep ignoring? And what if you didn't need to overhaul your life to change it, just to change what you do daily, consistently, quietly? We often think transformation requires something dramatic, a huge breakthrough, a life crisis, a bold leap into the unknown. But the truth is far more subtle and far more empowering. Big changes begin with small choices. Small habits, repeated consistently, become invisible forces that shape your identity, your reality, and your future. Every powerful person you admire, they don't just think differently, they live differently, one intentional habit at a time. They don't wait for motivation. They design their momentum. They don't rely on willpower. They build systems that carry them forward, even when it's hard. And here's the most beautiful truth of all. You can start that shift today, not next year, not when life calms down. Today, with one habit. This journey is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters consistently. It's about choosing the kind of actions that align with the person you want to become, and trusting that even the smallest step, if taken daily, can lead to a life you no longer need to escape from. So as we begin, I invite you to pause. Breathe. Let go of the idea that change has to be hard. Instead, open yourself to the possibility that everything could shift, not because of one massive action, but because you finally decided to take full ownership of the smallest ones. Let's begin this journey together, one habit at a time. Chapter 1. Read to evolve. Fuel your mind like you fuel your body. Your mind becomes what you feed it. So read, not just to know, but to grow. In a world full of noise, distraction, and shallow scrolling, the simple act of reading has become a superpower. Not the kind of reading that fills your mind with junk information, but the kind that feeds your spirit, sharpens your perspective, and quietly reshapes the way you see yourself and your life. Because here's a truth many forget. You can't grow beyond the limits of your current mindset. And your mindset is shaped by what you regularly consume. So ask yourself, what are you feeding your mind daily? Is it reactive content or reflective insight? Are you consuming passively or learning deliberately? Reading isn't just input, it's identity work. When you read, you don't just gather knowledge, you slowly rewire your thinking. Build mental muscles of curiosity, focus, empathy, and self-awareness. You begin to question assumptions you once clung to, see possibilities where you once saw limits, hear new voices that challenge, stretch, and refine you. Reading isn't about collecting quotes to sound wise, it's about collecting perspectives to become wise. Read with purpose, not pressure. You don't need to read a book a week. You don't need to join every book club. What matters is consistency over intensity. 10 pages a day, 15 minutes before bed. One page that hits you in the heart and makes you think differently. That's enough. If you do it daily, you're not reading to impress. You're reading to evolve, and evolution, like everything lasting, happens slowly but surely. I will tell you a real story. The man who read before the world noticed. I once met a man who had no formal education past high school, but he had a fire inside him and a habit. He read every single morning before sunrise, not textbooks, not trendy headlines, books on philosophy, psychology, history, discipline, creativity. He didn't speak much, but when he did, you listened, because his mind was rich, and it showed in how he moved, decided, and lived. He didn't read to escape life. He read to design it. And over the years, that habit turned him into a quiet powerhouse, respected, effective, deeply grounded. all from 20 minutes a day before anyone else woke up daily. Practice the 10-minute morning read. Start with this simple habit. Pick one book that aligns with the person you want to become. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Read. With a pen in hand, highlight what moves you. Reflect on one idea you'll carry into your day. That's it. No pressure. No need to finish fast. Just show up and let the words change you. Word by word. Tell yourself, each page I turn is a step toward the person I'm becoming. I feed my mind what it deserves because my future depends on it. Reading is fuel, but writing is how you digest it. So now that you've begun nourishing your mind through books, it's time to create space for reflection, to clear the noise, to hear your own voice. Chapter 2. Write to clear your mind. Journaling for clarity and growth. Your thoughts don't become real until you write them down. Writing turns confusion into clarity and silence into self-awareness. Your mind is constantly processing ideas, emotions, memories, doubts, dreams, and when all of that stays trapped in your head, it gets messy, overwhelming. Unclear. Writing is how you untangle that mess. It's how you slow down the noise long enough to hear what you actually think and what you truly feel. You don't have to be a writer to journal. You just have to be honest and brave enough to sit with your own thoughts without judgment. Writing is self-coaching. Most of us seek advice externally, but the truth is, you already know more than you think. The problem isn't that you don't have answers, it's that your thoughts are tangled, buried beneath the surface. When you write, you make the invisible visible. Turn thoughts into language. See your inner world from a distance. Identify patterns, triggers, and breakthroughs. Track your evolution over time. It's like holding a mirror to your soul and learning how to truly see what to write. Anything that frees you. There's no perfect format. Some days you write gratitude. Other days you vent, reflect, plan. Some days all you can write is I don't know what to say, and even that is a doorway. Here are a few powerful journaling prompts. What am I holding on to that I need to release? What would my future self thank me for doing today? What truth am I avoiding right now, and why? What am I proud of, even if no one sees it? It doesn't need to sound wise, it needs to be real. A true story, the man who wrote through his chaos. I once met a creative professional who journaled every night before sleep. Not long, just 10 minutes. He called it mental housekeeping. At first, it was just a brain dump. But over time, patterns emerged. He started seeing what triggered his burnout, what gave him energy, what lies he told himself, what truths he needed to live by. Through writing, he healed relationships. He started a new business. He rebuilt his confidence from the inside out, all because he took time each day to meet himself on paper. Daily practice, the evening brain cleanse. Try this. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Before bed, open your journal. Write freely, no editing, no censoring. End with this prompt. What do I want to carry into tomorrow, and what do I want to leave behind? This simple habit clears your mind, like brushing your teeth clears your mouth. It's emotional hygiene, and over time, it's transformational. Tell yourself, I write to understand myself. I write to evolve. My journal is not a record of the past, it's the blueprint for the future I'm building. Now that you've cleared space in your mind, you're ready to fill that space with focus. It's time to stop drifting through your days and start living with intention. One clear goal at a time. Chapter 3. Set clear daily goals. One target, one transformation. If you don't tell your day where to go, it will wander, and so will you. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack direction. They wake up each day hoping for clarity, focus, and motivation, but never decide what truly matters. And when you don't choose what matters, everything becomes noise. You react instead of respond. You stay busy but not productive. You move but go nowhere. That's why setting one clear goal every day isn't just helpful, it's life-changing. The power of a single target. You don't need to accomplish everything today. You just need to do the right thing. The one thing that moves you forward. One focused action is more powerful than a dozen scattered efforts. When you define a daily goal, you direct your attention like a laser, create measurable momentum, build self-trust through daily wins, transform intention into embodied action. Clarity isn't found, it's created, and it starts with a decision. Big vision, small steps. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the size of your dreams. But remember this, a dream is just a goal that's been broken down into steps, and a step is just a choice made. Today, your life won't change by accident. It will change by design, one day at a time, one goal at a time. Even the biggest mountains are climbed by placing one foot in front of the other. Not by staring at the summit, a real-world practice. The one daily win. A young entrepreneur I once coached struggled with inconsistency. He had ambition, but every day felt scattered. We tried something simple each morning. He wrote down one result he wanted by the end of the day. Just one. Sometimes it was send proposal to client. Sometimes it was 1 hour deep focus work. Sometimes it was no social media until 5 p.m. After 30 days, his business didn't just grow, his confidence did, because every time he hit that target, he proved to himself, I follow through, I do what I say. I can, trust me. That's the true reward of setting daily goals. You're not just managing tasks, you're shaping identity. Daily practice. The one target rule. Each morning, ask what one thing would make today feel purposeful if I accomplished it. What one action brings me closer to the person I'm becoming. Write it down, prioritize it, complete it before anything else. Even if your day falls apart after that, you still win. Tell yourself, my life is shaped one decision at a time. I don't need to do everything. I need to do what matters. And I decide what that is every morning. You've now gained clarity. You're not drifting, you're directing. But a clear goal means nothing if your energy is stuck. It's time to move your body, because the state of your mind is deeply connected to the way you use your body. Chapter 4. Move your body. You don't need a six-pack. You don't need a gym membership. You don't even need to enjoy working out. But if you want to think clearly, act boldly, and live intentionally, you do need to move your body, because your body is your first home. It's the place where your energy lives. Your emotions circulate, and your identity is stored. When your body is stagnant, your mind becomes sluggish. But when your body is alive, your spirit wakes up to movement. Shift state, feeling stuck. Move feeling tired. Move feeling low. Move. Even 10 minutes of intentional movement, a walk, some stretching, a dance, push-ups, jumping jacks can shift your internal state dramatically. Exercise isn't just physical, it's emotional regulation, it's mental clarity, it's energetic. Reset. And unlike most things in life, it gives you instant feedback. Your body responds, your breath deepens, your presence sharpens. Discipline starts in the body. You want more focus. Train your body. You want more grit. Push your limits physically. You want to trust yourself again? No matter how small, you cast a vote for the identity of someone who follows through. It's not about being athletic. It's about being accountable to yourself. And there is nothing more empowering than keeping a physical promissetto, the only body you'll ever live in. A real story, the walk that saved a man, a client of mine. Depressed and burned out, couldn't get himself to read, write, or even think clearly. He felt paralyzed, mentally and emotionally. I didn't tell him to journal. I didn't tell him to meditate. I told him to walk, just 10 minutes every morning. He resisted at first. It felt too small, too simple, but he did it. After 2 weeks, the fog started lifting, his energy returned, his mind cleared, and that walk became a ritual, a reminder that he still had agency. Today, he walks 30 or 60 minutes daily, not for fitness, but for freedom. Daily practice. The 10-minute rule. Each day, move your body for at least 10 minutes. No performance, no pressure. Just motion. Walk, stretch, do yoga. When the shift happens, that's when your body says, "I've got you." Tell yourself, movement is not punishment, it is power. I honor my body and it moves. My mind with me? You've activated your body, and with it, your energy. Now, it's time to activate something deeper. Your sense of gratitude, the habit that turns ordinary moments into sacred ones. Chapter 5. Practice gratitude. Train your mind to see abundance. The mind looks for what the heart trains it to see. Gratitude doesn't change what you have, it changes what you see. Most people wait to feel grateful after something big. Happens after the raise, after the vacation, after the success, after the struggle ends. But gratitude doesn't begin with having more. It begins with noticing more. It's not about perfection, it's about perspective. Gratitude is a lens, and the more you practice looking through it, the more beautiful your life becomes. Gratitude rewires your brain. Your brain has something called a negativity bias. It's hardwired to notice threats, problems, what's missing, not what's working. Why? Because survival comes first. But you're not just here to survive, you're here to live fully, to thrive, to expand. And gratitude is the antidote. It's the quiet retraining of your mental shift from lack to abundance, from scarcity to sufficiency, from what's missing to what's already meaningful. Gratitude grounds you in the now. So much of our suffering comes from projection, worrying about the future, regretting the past, comparing with others, but gratitude brings you back to the only moment that's real now. When you feel truly grateful, you don't need more, you don't rush, you don't judge, you become still, and from that stillness, you see clearly. And in that clarity, you begin to realize you're not starting from nothing. You already have enough to take the next step. A story. The gratitude that changed everything. I once knew a man whose life was falling apart. Divorce, debt, anxiety, depression, every morning. He woke up with dread until one day he made a new rule. I will find 3 things to be thankful for every morning, even if it feels fake. At first, it was hard. He had to dig deep, but slowly, something shifted. He started noticing simple things, the way sunlight hit his kitchen, the sound of birds. Outside the fact that he still had breath, that habit didn't fix his life overnight, but it changed the person inside the life. And from that place, he began again, stronger, softer, more awake. Daily practice. The gratitude anchor. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Be specific, no vague. I'm grateful for life. Let it be real, not forced. Bonus. Speak them out loud. Let your nervous system feel it. Even on hard days, especially on hard days. Because the point of gratitude isn't to ignore the pain, it's to remind yourself that joy still lives here. To tell yourself, I don't wait for life to be perfect. To feel grateful, I choose to see the beauty that's already here. Gratitude is my daily rebellion against scarcity, against fear, against forgetfulness. Your heart is now open. You've remembered what's already good, and that's the perfect space to talk about something equally important. Rest, because growth is not just about effort, it's about knowing when to step back, breathe, and trust the process. Chapter 6. Rest with intention. Recharge to rise. Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. You don't grow by pushing endlessly, you grow by honoring your rhythm. In a world that glorifies hustle, rest can feel like weakness. But burnout doesn't build anything, it doesn't make you stronger, it doesn't make you more worthy, It just makes you disconnected from your energy, your purpose. Your joy.true growth is not constant motion. It's the balance between effort and renewal. Rest is not laziness, it's alignment. Rest is where integration happens. You can learn all day, work all day, push all day, push all day. But if you never pause, you never absorb that, your nervous system stays on high alert. Your thoughts spin endlessly. Your creativity dries up. But when you rest, not collapse, but consciously rest, you create space for clarity, for healing, for expansion. Some of your deepest breakthroughs won't come in effort, they'll come in stillness. When you finally breathe, when you let go for a moment, when your mind can whisper what your noise has been drowning out, rest is a rhythm, not a reaction. Don't wait to rest until you break. Build it in. Like a sacred part of your discipline, you brush your teeth daily, not because they're rotting, but to prevent that. Do the same with your energy. Honor rest like a spiritual practice. 8 hours of sleep, not for a tech-free evening walk, a day without productivity, saying no. Without guilt, pausing between projects, stretching instead of scrolling. This isn't about doing less, it's about doing better. Because you're full, not fractured. A story, rest that brought revival. A high-performing CEO I worked with prided himself on 80-hour weeks until one day his body gave out. Adrenal fatigue, brain fog, emotional numbness. His recovery didn't begin in a hospital. It began with a walk in nature. A nap in the afternoon, a phone turned off for a weekend at first. It felt like he was falling behind. But soon he realized, when I rest with intention, I don't fall behind, I realign. Within months, he rebuilt his energy, his clarity, and his joy, and he never returned to burnout culture again. Daily practice, the intentional pause. Choose one moment each day to rest on purpose. 10 minutes of silence. A full lunch break without screens, a walk without earbuds. Going to bed, 30 minutes. Earlier, make it sacred. Don't fill it with guilt or distraction. Let it be yours. Then notice, how does your energy shift afterward? How much more present are you? How much more grounded? Tell yourself, I don't earn rest, I embody it. Rest isn't me giving up. It's me honoring the truth that I grow deeper when I slow down. Now that your mind and body are nourished, it's time to talk about the habit that multiplies everything. Generosity? Because when you give from a full place, without expecting anything in return, you don't just help others. You open yourself to abundance. Chapter 7. Give without expectation. Open the flow of abundance. True giving doesn't drain you. It expands you. Because when you give without expectation, you tap into a source that never runs dry. We live in a world where so much is transactional. I give this, what do I get? If I help them, will they help me back? If I show up, will anyone notice? But the most powerful giving, the kind that multiplies your inner wealth, is never about what comes back. It's about who you become when you give with presence, with sincerity, with no strings attached. Because when you give freely, you stop operating from scarcity and step into overflow. Giving rewires your identity. Every time you give without expecting a return, you train your nervous system to believe, I have more than enough. There is always something to share. The world is not taking from me, I am adding to it. This shift, though subtle, is profound. You move from fear to faith, from holding on to opening up, from self-protection to shared abundance. Doesn't always mean money. It might be a smile to a stranger, a compliment you didn't have to say, helping someone without telling anyone, encouraging a friend, even when you feel low, sharing your knowledge without charging for it, listening deeply, without checking your phone. Small acts, big energy, zero expectation, and somehow, almost mysteriously, what you gave begins to return, not always from the same source, but in ways you never imagined. Because the law of giving isn't linear, It's energetic, a real story. The man who gave his way into joy. There was a man I knew who struggled with loneliness, no community, no deep friendships. He kept waiting for someone to see him, to include him, to reach out first, until one day he flipped the script. Instead of waiting, he started giving freely. He checked in on people. He bought coffee for coworkers. He sent thank you notes. He volunteered once a week, and slowly something changed. Not just in how people treated him, but in how he felt about himself. He was no longer invisible. He was a giver, a connector, a source, and joy followed him. Daily practice, the unexpected gift, each day. Find one way to give without telling anyone. Ask yourself, who can I support quietly today? What can I share that costs me little but means much? How can I circulate kindness without needing applause? Make it a ritual. Make it part of who you are. You'll be amazed how much opens up inside and out. Tell yourself, I give without needing to receive. I trust the flow of life. What I offer from the heart never leaves me empty. It expands me. You've just opened yourself to flow, connection, and energetic abundance. Now it's time to deepen that connection, not with what you say, but with how you listen. Because in a world that's always talking, your ability to listen, truly listen, is a rare and powerful habit. Chapter 8. Listen deeply. Transform your relationships by being present. Most people don't listen to understand, they listen to reply. But the rare ones, the powerful ones, listen to connect, to hold space, to heal. In a world that's always talking, to truly listen has become revolutionary. Think about it. When was the last time you felt fully heard? Not just nodded at, not interrupted, but actually received, with presence, without judgment. It's rare, and yet, the ability to listen deeply may be one of the most life-changing habits you can build. Because when you truly listen, you do more than hear someone's words. You give them the gift of being seen. Listening is not about the ears. Real listening has nothing to do with staying quiet until it's your turn to speak. It's about reading energy, catching what's unsaid. Being fully here, setting aside your agenda, offering attention, like it's the most valuable currency you own. Because it is. Most of us listen while rehearsing our reply, but deep listening means surrendering, the need to control the moment. And when you do that, you create space for truth to rise in others and within yourself. Listening builds safety and trust. Want deeper relationships? Don't say more, listen better. When you listen without judgment, people relax. When you listen without fixing, people open up. When you listen just to understand, people heal. This isn't just about others, it's about who you become. More grounded, more attuned, more trusted. Because people may forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you listened. True story. A leader who listened. A senior manager I once worked with transformed his entire team culture, not through better strategy, but through deeper listening. He began every meeting by turning off his phone, closing his laptop, and looking his team in the eye. He didn't speak first, he asked questions, and listened. Not for status, not for show, but because he cared. Within months, his team's engagement, creativity, and retention skyrocketed. Why? Because people didn't just feel employed, they felt valued. All from the simple habit of presence. Daily practice. The 3-minute presence window. Choose one conversation today with a friend, colleague, or loved one, and commit to no phone, no multitasking, no interrupting, no advice unless asked. Just listen, breathe, be there fully. Even if just for 3 minutes, let your presence say, I'm here. I hear you. You matter. That's more healing than 1,000 perfect words. Tell yourself, when I listen, I connect. When I'm fully present, I become a mirror, reflecting what's real, what's needed, and what's possible. You've now cultivated a habit that deepens connection and invites trust. But there's one more habit that will keep your heart steady, and your pace sustainable: patience. Because even with all the right habits in place, growth takes time, and you can't rush becoming. Chapter 9. Practice patience. Trust the timing of your growth. A tree does not rush its roots, and yet it still becomes a forest. In a world obsessed with speed, fast results, fast success, fast transformation, patience feels like rebellion. We want breakthroughs now. We want healing now. We want to change everything overnight. But real growth doesn't work that way. Because becoming someone new isn't about instant shifts. It's about deepening into the process day by day, layer by layer. With grace and perseverance, growth has a rhythm. Respect it. Think about how nature works. No flower blooms all year. No river rushes without curves. No mountain rises in a week. Everything in nature honors rhythm. Seasons, cycles, slow unfolding. And so should you. Your life has seasons. Your healing has pace. Your evolution has its own clock. Rushing it doesn't make it arrive faster. It just makes you anxious. Patience builds emotional strength. Every time you choose patience, you strengthen your emotional maturity, build self-trust, replace anxiety with grounded action. Learn how to hold tension without falling apart. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what you can, when you can, and letting go of the need to control what you can't. A quiet story: the artist who waited. I once knew a painter who spent 10 years refining his craft without a gallery. Without recognition, without applause, people told him to quit, said he was wasting time, but he kept going, because something in him knew. This wasn't about being seen, this was about becoming real. One day, his work caught the attention of a major curator. And just like that, it seemed like overnight success. But it wasn't overnight. It was 10 years of patience, 10 years of invisible consistency, 10 years of quiet becoming. That's the kind of success that lasts. Daily practice. The patience anchor. When you feel like you're behind, ask yourself, what is still growing beneath the surface, even if I can't see it? What would it look like to trust this season of waiting? How can I show up today with grace, not pressure? Then breathe, release urgency. Take the next right step, no matter how small, because trust is a muscle, and patience is how you train. Tell yourself, I am not behind, I am not late. I am exactly where I'm meant to be, unfolding in divine timing. You've now developed the inner stillness to match your outer effort. But there's one last habit that will hold everything together: the people you surround yourself with. Because no matter how strong your habits are, if your environment pulls you backward, your progress won't last. Chapter 10. Choose your circle wisely. Your environment is your future. You can't grow in a garden of weeds. Choose carefully who has access to your energy, because they shape your future more than you think. We all like to believe we're fully in control of our choices, our moods, our mindset. But the truth is, environment matters. And in particular, the people you surround yourself with, talk to daily, and emotionally invest in, they shape the pace, quality, and direction of your life. Your habits aren't just what you do, they're also what you absorb. So ask yourself honestly, are the people around me fueling my growth or draining it? Energy is contagious, emotions are viral, mindsets are transferable. Discipline or dysfunction spreads. Hang around people who complain all the time. You'll start to see problems everywhere. Spend time with people who dream, build, reflect, and evolve. You'll feel yourself rising. Without even trying, it's not magic, it's resonance. You become who you repeatedly connect with. Not everyone deserves access. Let's be clear, you don't need to cut people off, but you do need to create boundaries. Limit energy leaks. Protect your mornings. Say no to gossip. Say yes to depth. Be around people who see you and still expect more from you. Your circle should not just be comfortable, it should be conscious. People who remind you who you are and hold you accountable to who you're becoming. A shifted life, the power of one change. A client of mine struggled with consistency. Every time he made progress, his social circle would pull him back, mocking his routines, belittling his new mindset, tempting him to relax, so he made one shift. He didn't leave them, he just stopped seeking their approval instead. He joined a small accountability group. 3 strangers, 1 weekly check-in, shared values, and that one shift. It transformed him. Not because they had magic advice, but because they spoke a different language. Practice. The circle audit. Take a few minutes to reflect. Who gives me energy and who drains it? Who challenges me to grow? Who keeps me stuck? Who would I become if I spent more time around people I deeply respect? Then choose. Spend more time with those who inspire action. Spend less time explaining yourself. To those who don't understand, curate your inputs. What you read, watch. Hear as carefully as you curate your diet, because your environment isn't just where you live, it's what you allow into your spirit. Tell yourself, I honor my energy. I protect my space. I surround myself with people who remind me that I'm not just growing, I'm becoming. Start small, stay consistent, change everything. You've just walked through 10 habits that may seem small, but when lived consistently, they unlock incredible inner power. None of these habits require perfection. None of them demand huge time or money, but they all ask you for one thing: presence, to be here, to choose, to act, even when it's hard to return, even when you fall off, to trust that small things done daily change everything. So start with one. Start today, and let today become the first of many days where you no longer wait for change because you embody it. You don't need a new year, a new month, or a Monday. You just need this moment and the courage to show up for it. Let that be your practice. Let that be your power.
Thank you for spending this moment with Awaken Light Audio. If something today touched your heart or opened your mind, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments. What spoke to you most? Tell us about your journey, your questions. Send it their way, because light grows when it's shared. Until next time, stay present, stay awakened, and keep becoming who you're meant to be.